All
I'm
right,
sorry.
go for it.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part two of the Jerry with the Wild Diamond podcast. Podcast number 14. And of course, I got to do it on Zoom because apparently Facebook's being a real pain in the ass. Don't know what's going on with that, but I'm checking that out, see what's going on. Yes, I was on part one Zoom, but on Kelly's Zoom earlier today on her Zoom. Now I'm on another comedian friend who's my special guest for today. Very funny guy. He'll be here shortly. But I want to talk about what's going on in the world. The world's getting crazier every day. AI, which is destroying everything. The President Trump, he's really killing everything too. Our governor Kathy Hochul, she's a real bitch. But that's another different story. The fall's getting here pretty close. It's fair season. Everybody's going to the fair. All these fairs going on between now and Labor Day. And then when it's all said and done, here comes fall. And guess what? We're going to have a ball. And now here upstate New York, they want to make daylight savings time a permanent thing. I don't think so, because they already have a permanent saving time in Hawaii and in Arizona. That's okay, because it's always hot all year around there. But here it's not. It gets winter, we get fall, spring sometimes, and we get summer. Not on the same place, but it comes and goes. But the thing is, it's still going to be dangerous in the wintertime if they make it daylight savings time permanent. Because number one, the sun went shining at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is ridiculous, which means the little kiddies will need a flashlight to get to school. That's insane. So, and then, what the hell is that all about? So, leave daylight savings time and standard time alone. It's been working for years. Let it go. Just let it go. We have enough problems in this world while making daylight savings time a permanent thing. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a great Sunday and enjoying yourself. Go to the beach for the beach season all over with. Get to the fairs, get your cotton candy, and get filled up with get sugar diabetes so you can join me in being diabetic number 2 or 1, wherever you want to be. So enjoy yourselves. And little kids, don't worry, school starts pretty soon. So make sure you get all your school supplies and your lunch packs and your little backpacks. You go to school. But guess what? No more cell phones. They've been banned. All schools here have been banned for cell phone usage. So guess what? No more social media for you idiots. Just get an education, learn something to make this world a better place. Because God knows it's already a mess already as it is. How much do you know we're in a $40 trillion debt deficit? Yeah, $40 trillion. Thank you, Donald Jackass Trump and Sleepy Joe for making that happen. Thank you so much. So, with that being said, today, I hope you're all ready for another comedian. He's very funny. I've known him for a while. He's used to be in Vietnam. Now he's living in Louisiana, sunny Louisiana. By the way, I have an aunt who lives in Louisiana, by the way, too. So she's a nutcase. She thinks God's found her all the time. I don't know what's wrong with her. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the very funny Jeremy Wagner. Jeremy, how you doing today, my friend?
I don't know. I guess I'm clapping for myself, so I'm doing all
That's okay.
right.
I'm coming for you too. Generally, we do on Facebook Live, people get with Shannon, we're going through and chat and say we have a question or two. But guess what? It's not going to happen. We're going to do it this way, and they'll get it eventually on my YouTube channel. So,
All right.
well, thank you for letting me use your Zoom this time. I used Kelly's earlier. Now I really appreciate it. So I'll get this. Don't you worry. I will get this Facebook thing straightened out. Don't you worry. I have a plan. I will
I
kick AI ass one way or another. I'll make it happen.
I'll
That's
leave a
how I do things.
review. I'll leave a review on
But
your
thank you, Jim, for
podcast.
taking your time off today, helping to be on our podcast. I really appreciate you.
Oh shit.
All right. Good Lord. I don't know what the hell is going on today. AI trying to invade this too, apparently.
My internet says it's unstable.
Aren't we all?
Mm-hmm.
We all are unstable. Let's
Yep.
try this again. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to podcast number for the second time, number 14. Um, it's been a crazy, crazy day today with the internet. It works, doesn't want to work, and thank you AI for just trying to destroy our life. Apparently, my exes ain't enough to destroy my life, so we got that AI involved. You know what I'm saying? Good Lord.
It's
So
Elon.
exactly. So welcome today. I have a very special guest today. A very funny guy. Oh, from Louisiana. Name is Jeremy Wagner. Hello, Jeremy. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, aside from all this internet trouble.
I know. Thank you for taking the time for doing this, and thank you for letting me use your Zoom to get on this to do the podcast. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
there's a surcharge.
Oh, Jesus. Send me the bill. Check will be in the mail. It may take 6 months to a year. We're waiting our postal service is working around. You get a lot of times I don't get my bills on time, or they don't get my checks on time to pay the bill. Unbelievable. God bless America for all it's worth. But as I said earlier, we're in a $40 trillion deficit here. Thank you, Jackass Trump and Sleepy Joe for making that happen.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. How can you do that? Because of the wars that we got going, paying for these wars. If you didn't start these wars, we wouldn't have these problems. Live your life, be happy, because you know what's going to happen tomorrow. Go to the fair, get some cotton candy, go kiss your kissing cousin, go do something. Be there at the Ferris wheel and kiss your kissing cousin, for God's sake. What the hell is wrong with you people? Get it together, smoke some dope, drink some marijuana or moonshine, whatever you want to play drinking, and have a good time. So, Jeremy Wagon, tell everybody about yourself.
I work at the carnival and I smoke a lot of dope. I don't know. There's not really much right now.
He's picking up cousins at the fair, kissing them underneath the Ferris wheel.
No. I only have one girl cousin, and no, I'm not gonna do it.
She's not that pretty, huh?
No.
None of my cousins aren't that
And that's
pretty.
with her teeth.
Happens. What's that?
That's when she has her teeth in.
Oh, you got one of them too? I went to a fair out in my area called the Scottical Fair, now in Troy. And every year they have like it used to be $1 a day to get in the first day of the fair. Now it's $2 thanks to the economy. And then you go on some certain rides for $2 and you get some certain foods for $2. I went there just to check it out one year. I'll never go there again. I saw some more fruit flies out there than I did people. Let me tell you, it was ridiculous. And a lot of people didn't have no teeth, and then half their teeth or no teeth. I'm like, what the hell? They're sucking on a Slurpee, trying to eat a pizza. I'm like, what the hell is going on? They had a band down below saying, I love my cousin. I kiss her all day long. I thought, all right, I got to get that. I was at that fair for no more than maybe 10 minutes. I saw the smallest grandstand to have a Demolition Derby, which is ridiculous, like a matchbox car set in there. It was ridiculous. So I got the hell out of there. So I'm going back to the Chatham Fair where things make sense, And all the fairs I've been to a lot of fairs in my time. And the best fair I've ever been to is where I live in Columbia County. It's called Chatham Fair. Why? Because they have many booths. They got 3 booths for pepperoni sandwiches. 3, not 1, not 2, but 3. And I'm a huge pepperoni fan. I love my pepperoni. I'm not supposed to have them. I get high cholesterol. I don't care. Once a year, I go to that fair every single day, from the first day it starts to the day it's done, just to get my pepperoni sandwiches. I love them. I don't care if they cost $200. I'm going to spend $200 a day just to get my pepperoni sandwiches. That's how good they are. They're so big and thick, and then they just stack it right and pound it in there like they were having sex. It's unbelievable. It's delicious now, and that's why I go to that fair every year. I go to the Demolition Derby and tractor pulls, but other than that, I go there for the main thing. I go there for the pepperoni sandwiches because they are delicious. Oh my God! I don't know what it is with these fairs. I think they put something different in the water or some kind of different ingredients in there. Any of the fairs I've gone to pepperoni sub, they sucked. They all suck. I don't know what it is, but the fair I go to every single year for the last 52 years, that's right, 57 years, that's right, I had a pepperoni sub.
I imagine you going there every day the fair's there.
I do it every day. I get in for free. Why? Because I get there early enough before the gates open.
Getting 3 sandwiches for your daily meals?
You better believe it. I'll eat them all day long. I don't care. The fair opens at 8 o'clock in the morning, but I get there like 6:30, 7 o'clock, so I ain't got to pay to get in. That's the smart way of doing it.
And I remember when I was a kid, it was $7, and you could ride the rides all day long.
Well, now it's $15 to get in, and $30 for tickets for wristbands. Unbelievable. They used to be like $15 when you first started doing the wristband thing, and you ride all the rides you want all day long. Now they're like $30. If you go online, they're $25. I mean, come on now. And if you go to certain banks or stores, you get a discount ticket to get in for like $13 instead of $15. No, just do what Jerry what Diamond does. Get there early enough, crack of dawn, and walk in there like you own the fair and you work there, and you don't have to worry about paying to get in. I
Just
spend
take
more
your
money.
teeth
I spend
out,
a lot of
walk
money
in
that
like you're
fair.
working.
That's right. I spend a lot of money there every year. Mainly on pepperoni sandwiches. I don't do the rides. I'm too damn old for the rides. I used to do a lot of the rides back in the day. I can't do rides anymore. They're just too fast, and they just and make me more dizzy than I already am now. A couple of times, my youngest daughter took me on this ride. It was called the Bob Flying Bobs, and they would go. The ride would go back circle and go back like counterclockwise. Then it would go
Mm.
clockwise. Oh my god! I got more. I was so dizzy on there. I saw three girls, but they were under one. I tried to ask for a date. I couldn't know which one I was talking to because they all looked the same to me. It's
My brother
ridiculous.
dated triplets one time and he kissed the wrong girl.
Oh my God, that's too funny. That's too funny. I thought you were Karen. No, I'm Sissy. Get the hell out of here.
He did it
So,
on the bus, and then I think she broke up with him and they never talked to him again.
but he gave her a ring pop. And by the time she ate that ring pop, they got divorced. They were unengaged.
I think it was just like a bus thing. It was
Oh,
only on the bus.
you had a bus, and you're engaged for about 30, about maybe about 10 minutes or so, and then you're
Yeah.
broken up.
And you get off the bus and now you're home alone. She doesn't give you her phone number because she doesn't want to talk to you.
Of course not. That wasn't me. And then the thing is, they'll give you the number, and you call it up. It's the wrong number.
Mm,
It's
mm.
not even a number. You're calling. This is the law firm here. Hart Money Mazzotti. Oh no, no. I don't need a not yet. I don't need a lawyer, but I may after this situation. So tell me, how many years have you been doing stand-up comedy, Jeremy?
The first time was in 2012. So I'd say it's been a pretty regular thing since COVID.
Okay, so you've been doing it for a long time then.
Yeah, I think so.
So, what year did you start doing comedy?
2012.
Okay, so
That was the first time, and then I like the first year I probably went, I don't know, 5 times, and then the second year I was going every Tuesday, every Wednesday, and then I moved to Vietnam, and I found it there like after I was there for about 6 months, and then we were doing it all the time. Before COVID, they were having 5 open mics a week and a show
yeah.
every weekend.
So basically, you've been doing like 13, 14 years now altogether.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I'd
when you
say
partnered it all up.
12,
That's it.
13, 14, something like that.
So, what inspired you to do stand up?
Um, I guess I was always funny,
Yeah. Were
or
you funny? Were you always funny in school? Were you
I
funny in
learned
school?
how to like make funny, say funny things because get people's attention in school,
Yep.
get the bullies to not beat you up,
Yep.
or they would still beat me up, but they would beat up other people first. So,
Yep. Oh yeah. You always had them in school. I had a situation in the bus that this guy was he was a senior and I was like a sophomore. He was a real ass. He wanted to beat me up. Listen, you fat bastard. This girl you're dating with, she's a slut. She's a whore. She's kissing somebody on the basketball team. What? I'll kill you. No, don't kill you. Kill her because she's the one dating someone behind your back. And she said, I did not. You're a liar. You're like, yes, you are. You know that the hickey in your neck. Where'd you get the hickey from? Him? No, you lie. He wasn't there. And he said, I didn't notice that. So you just said something about that. And then he just gets, I'm sorry. You should be sorry. A lot of people try to bully me and now friends because I did what you did. I would tell jokes and say something stupid to get more aggravated. And
yeah.
they would say like, your mama wears combat boots. I said, well, they must have come from your mama at a yard sale. Where were you? You asshole. Yes, I have an asshole. Yes, and a lot of crap comes out of it. Someone's come out of your mouth right now. So. So that's how I got out of a lot of these situations because I was say something stupid and smart, and they didn't like that. And they said,
Hmm.
"You don't talk about my mama. You talk about my mama. Don't talk about your mama. How about maybe your mama talk about my mama and your papa and your uncle?" I said, maybe you're not even your mama. Maybe you're somebody else's mama, or somebody else's daddy. Who's your daddy? Oh, that would get them all pissed off, and they just like walk away. I can't deal with you. That's right. Get the hell out of here. Sometimes worse. Sometimes your worse is worse than your fights. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'd rather just talk my way out of it than to try to get into a fist fight. I did get into a fight one year with a kid in school. He weighed over 350 pounds in high school. Um, I know I was there, and I was skinny. I was skinny back then. This was like my sophomore year, and so but since eighth grade he wanted to kick my ass for some reason. I don't know what his problem was. He was a fat son, and apparently I was more outgoing than he was. He was, and the only way to make friends, he paid people girls money to be his friends. He would pay people money because his father worked at a transmission joint, working selling transmissions and fixing them, and he
Mm.
made and he got money from it. He was the only child, of course, so he got spoiled rotten. So he wanted to kick my ass. So he wants to say one time I beat the hell out of him. he, I was against the school wall, the building outside. He
Mm.
took his fist, tried to hit me. I ducked. He hit his hand on the wall. He broke his hand. That's right. You're fat and slow, and I'm skinny and fast. So fuck you, you fat bastard. And I never saw him again after that because he got arrested for stealing someone's dirt bike, a classmate's dirt bike, and no other less, So
Yeah.
he got arrested. He went to jail. I haven't seen him since. Fat bastard. Who's your daddy now? so, so anyway, what was it like growing up as Jeremy Wagner? What was it like?
I don't know. It was weird. That
Yep.
I don't know. We moved around. I lived in Michigan. I lived in Louisiana. I lived in Texas.
Wow.
Then I lived in Vietnam for 8 years. Now I
Now,
live in
what you do in
Louisiana.
Vietnam? What you do in Vietnam?
I mainly just drink a lot of beer. Uh,
What made you go to Vietnam?
I had a friend who was going traveling, and I just figured it's probably, maybe you never get that chance again
Right.
to go with somebody. Because I was
Right.
always scared to go alone because I've done a lot of dumb things and I've been to
Who
jail.
hasn't?
And I don't want to go there in a foreign
No.
country.
No. God, no. God, no. No, you don't want
So,
to go. You want to go to jail or anything like that in a foreign country because God knows what happens out there. Good Lord. I mean,
and
I
so I was planning. The plan was to go with my friend, but then like by the time I got there, my friend was already back and already had changed his plans. So I had to travel alone, and it
oh
was
wow.
awesome.
Now, did you do any comedy out there in Vietnam?
Yeah, I mean, once I got to like, I didn't do any. I went to one comedy club, one open mic in Malaysia, and then when I got to Vietnam, I I guess the first 6 months I just drank beer. But then after that, I found an open mic and I started going once a week. Sometimes I'd find more than one open mic in the week and I'd go twice a week. And
Yep.
sometimes it like right before COVID, it was going really well. And then even after COVID, there was still five mics 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Every night there was a open mic.
Right.
And then, Saturday or Sunday would be a show. And there was a couple of groups putting on shows. So it was possible, you could get two shows, 3 shows a month and
Wow.
5 open mics a week. So it was good. I mean, we didn't make a lot of money, 5, $10. I remember
Still.
one time me and my friend, we were both supposed to do 30 minutes and the host was going to do 10 or 15 or whatever. And two people showed up and we waited around, no one showed, so we did the show for two people. And then after the show was over, they left and two more people came in and they're like, "Hey, we're here for the comedy show. Did we miss it?" I looked at my friend and we just did the same exact show again for two more people. So we both got like I think $15 that night, uh,
Wow. That's
and a
good.
couple of drinks. And but
There we go. Now, what's the comedy scene like out there? Is it wild? Is it
it was
not wild?
wild. I mean, like it was a fun time. Like they every year they had the best comedian in Vietnam contest, and I never won that. maybe it was rigged, I don't know. But
Right.
so they would take like 15 people in the north and they'd run them all, do a show up there and pick the top four, and then the top four from the north, the top four from the south would come together, and then they would pick the winner out of that.
Oh, wow.
They would do that like every year, and that was right in the city that I lived in. So I didn't really have to go anywhere, and it was easy to sign up. They took everybody.
Oh,
So
that's
that
good.
was always a fun time.
That's good. Wow. Maybe somebody had to take a trip out there. Who knows?
It was fun. Like when I came back, I had a friend that was running a comedy club in Bangkok, and he was asking me if I wanted to come over there and do like a month residency where I just live at the comedy club basically and do two or three shows a night at the comedy club, and he's like, you'll make so much money, we'll make so much money doing shows every night that you'll be able, if you don't have the money, I can pay for the ticket, and then you just pay me whenever you get here, after you do a bunch of shows. But then by the time I was getting my shit together to put together a plan to do that, he like they sold the club.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't really know all the details. It was like a one guy that I met one time, and he was a cool dude. He was all right. And then another dude that I never met, and they had some shit going down. I don't really know all the details, but
Right. Yeah.
it
Well,
sucked. But it was. I had a couple of friends that went and did it, and they all had a fun time.
now, what was the worst place you ever performed at?
Mm, I don't know. I mean. Several times, like I said, two people, five
Well, I mean,
people.
the worst set? I mean, the worst bombing you ever had. Where did it happen at? The first time you bombed, where did it happen at?
Oh, the first time I bombed it probably happened in Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
That's where I started at.
What happened there?
Oh, I don't know. Probably just not prepared. I didn't really write my stuff down whenever I was a kid. I always thought I had it up here in my head, and I was gonna, remember things that I thought about when I was going to sleep and shit like that.
Yep.
And you get up there and you're like, yeah, I got this joke. I don't know how to say it. I don't know what, like I don't know how to write a joke. I'm just up here
Right.
saying it into the microphone and see what happens. And
Well, well,
yeah,
who did the same thing you were trying to do was Don Rickles, the late great late Don Rickles. He never wrote his jokes, but he kept them inside his head, and he all day long he keep it right in mind. And when he did it, he delivered it really good. Some
yeah.
comedians can do that. I even tried that. Sometimes I riff. Sometimes I have to riff sometimes because I get so many things happening. Like with me, with things going in my mind. Like I'll get a joke in the middle of the night. I have to wake up and try to write it down. And the
Yeah,
thing is,
I've done that.
if I wake up, there's not a pen close by, then that joke's not funny. It wasn't
Yeah,
funny enough to write
yeah,
down.
exactly.
I'll
I'm
go
not
back to
gonna
bed.
go out of my way to get it, but if it's
Was
there,
it
I'll
worth the
write it
wait? You have to
down.
go write it down, But here's what happens. I'll go back to sleep, and maybe about 15, 20 minutes later, that joke will come back and play in my head again. I was like, oh, I guess I got to write this down because apparently it keeps coming back to my mind. I got to write it down, And it still doesn't work.
Yep,
Like, what
yep,
the
yep.
hell? Two
You write
o'clock
it
in the
down,
morning,
you're
three
like, what?
o'clock in the morning.
What the hell
What
did
the
I write
what?
down? What is this? This
I'm like,
isn't
what
even
the
a
what?
word.
Get the hell out of here. Oh my God. So yeah. So my next question is that who who is the comedian, dead or alive, that inspired you to do comedy? A famous comedian that you know of that really inspired you to do comedy.
I don't even really know. Like it was my friend Brandon. He's not even a comedian, but I lived in Dallas. I moved to Dallas when I was 18, and there was always comedy clubs. There was always open mics. I just never even thought about that. But like I remember when I was younger, I was like I didn't watch a lot of comedy, but I knew that it was like a job. Like you
Right.
could go up there and tell jokes and get paid. And I never thought about going to open mic until one day my friend was drunk and he's like, "You should go to open mic." And I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. Like I'm living in Dallas. There should be a one around. And yeah, there was like a couple around. I mean, there's a lot more than I realized. And he's the one who got me to go the first time. And then,
Yeah. All right, so uh, when I talk about comedian, entertainer comedians, not people like George Burns or Red Fox or Bill Cosby. Who was the in your mind? Who do you think was your best comedian that you know of that really inspired you? Like Milton
uh,
Berle
I like,
inspired
uh,
me.
I like Norm Macdonald.
Yes.
He's fucking weird.
Yes.
I like Patrice O'Neill. Um, I like Bill Burr.
Yep.
I liked Louis C.K.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but I didn't really like. I don't know. I like Dave Attell. I mean, he had that late night TV show.
Yep.
But I never really sat around and like watched one particular person or whatever. It was just like, this came up, we'll see. But when before I even started doing comedy, I didn't put much thought into it. Like it was just
Right.
like every once in a while you'd see like, oh, Dave Chappelle's got a special coming out. Let's watch it. But I
Right.
wouldn't sit around, like watching everybody's. I would just, if somebody said something or it was funny. I had Martin. I had Martin on DVD. I know I watched that a bunch of times.
I love Martin. He's funny as hell. Like when I grew up as a kid, we watched a lot of comedy shows, a lot of sitcom and comedy shows like Sanford and Son, um, Jeffersons, and
Mm,
shows like that. And I also like watched back in my time, we watched late night shows like with Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, and then Late Night with David Letterman. Them two I used to watch a lot as a kid.
yeah.
And as a matter of fact, on school nights, I try to watch it, but I can't to be in bed at a certain like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
My mom and dad had this TV. It was built-in TV and a radio put together. And it took like 10 D batteries, 10 D batteries. Yeah, they were expensive back then. So I snuck downstairs and took the TV one time. We're upstairs, and I would turn it on, just in time for the Tonight Show to come on. Because a lot of time my parents would go to bed like between 11 and 11:30, after they watch the news or whatever. So I turned the TV on, make sure they were asleep, and watch Johnny Carson, and then from there watch David Letterman. Because Johnny Carson came on at 11:30 at night, followed by 12:30 David Letterman. And I would see comedians like Milton Berle, Bob Hope,
Hmm.
Jonathan Winters, Robin Williams, just Nipsey Russell, um, George Carlin, just to name a few. And then a lot of those guys inspired me. And for years growing up, that I think I want to become a comedian. But how do you go about it? Because I thought back in my time, you had to be in the business, or you knew somebody that was in the business. That was
Yeah.
my thought back in the day. If internet came around back in the '80s, I'd probably have been a comedian way before this. But the internet didn't come until later on in my life, and I was like already married the second
Hmm.
time, and so I got to learn about these things. Another thing caught my eye. Like I became diabetic back in 2009, and then I go up to a hospital near me to get for training to eat better, take a class or being healthier. That didn't go so well. But there, right across from the hospital, was the Comedy Works. Oh my God! The last time there was a Comedy Works was back in the late '80s, early '90s, and they were way downtown Albany. They were in a
Mm.
hotel, and I noticed because I went there one time to check it out, and I met Gilbert Godfrey and Louis Anderson. It was a hotel, but the room was really small. Um, but it was fun. I get to meet them too. It was hilarious. They were hilarious. Oh my God, a great time. I spent like $30, but I didn't give a damn. It was a dinner and a show. I didn't give a damn. It was worth it. So then, it's like many years down the road, about 30 years, 40 years down the road, I discovered the Comedy Works again across from the hospital. Oh my God. So I did went to the class, by the way. I did go to the class. Then I go home and go on the internet to see about how do I want to become a comedian. 'Cause for a
Yeah.
long time, I used to be stage fright. I used to be, when I was growing up, I used to be a stutterer. I used to stutter a lot. Now I have a lisp. So I graduated a little bit. And but I'm working into my set. That will be in my set one of these times soon with my lisp, my
Mm.
disability. And so anyway, so I got there and I said, do I want to do this? Do I really want to do this? And I looked it up. I was like, $300 for 7 weeks. And I'm like, is it really worth it? I said, after my second divorce, I said, Jerry, you got to do this. You got to do this. This is your time.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I'm too late. I'm in my 40s. It's too late for me. And then I looked up. I realized that Rodney Dangerfield and Phyllis Diller, they started in their late 40s, early 50s when they started doing comedy. And
Yeah.
they were successful. They did really well. I said, okay, I'll give it a shot, you know. I spent the money, like 15 people in the class, and uh, Bill Kennedy, he was the writer of the class. And he said, 15 people signed up for this class. And he said, by the end of this class, after 7 weeks, I probably see by maybe 10 to 12 people in the class left. I
Yeah.
said, that's insane. Why would people just drop out paying all that money? Why would they drop out? And he was right. I stayed the whole day. I was not bad. I don't care how bad I am. I'll say day and night, I'm going to make this work. I spent $300 out of my money for this
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
you know?
Me too. I would do
That
the
was my
same.
savings account. I took it out of my savings account. I said, that's it. I'm going to do this. And I did it. I have no regrets. I've been doing this for 13 and a half years. And I have 9 awards out of 13 years for doing stand-up comedy. So
Nice.
it's been worth it. And I've had a great time doing it. Yes, I failed. Oh my God, I bombed so many different times. But they say so it happens. Everybody
Hmm.
bombs. So I
Hmm.
was, and the thing is, that do you ever get nervous before you perform of a live audience?
Like yeah, it just depends really. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
See, I do too, man. It's okay because I know a lot of comedians that I read about and found out about. They all, even the professional ones, they still get nervous before they go on stage. It's a thing. I never realized that. So, okay, because I was never a person to be on stage to talk because of my disability when I let my talk. And
Hmm.
I hate English class because you read books in there and you got to read in front of the class. No, 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 no. I'm in a class of 28 people and it's like, please don't pick me, please don't pick me. They go right down the row, each row. And I think, okay, please don't. And I think, wait till tomorrow. Wait till tomorrow to pick me. And I say that and hope that tomorrow never comes. But it
Yeah.
comes. It's like, I'll say again, please don't pick me. Let's do this again tomorrow. Please don't pick me. Try to end up. And then I get picked. Son of a bitch, I'll be damned. Then I got to read in front of the whole class. Like, I hate you all. And then, even when we were doing like talent shows at school, we had to do a project
Oh, I think
involving
I was
somebody
like
in
shy at
talent.
that time. Yeah.
I was shy too. I was very shy. I My first time doing before in front of a live audience with my parents was Mother's Day. We all
Mm.
had a letter, and we used that letter to describe our mother. I had the letter O, okay, and I had a stuttering problem at the time. I was like first grade, and I can't even like like I found an orgasm or something. I had a piss in my pants on stage. Oh my God, it was I said, that's I'm never doing this again. I'm never doing this again. And then my fourth grade year, we had to do a show about the states. Okay. I had Pennsylvania for a state. Described the thing about Pennsylvania. When I got to me, I said Philadelphia. Boy, was that embarrassing or what? So I had a lot of embarrassing moments in my class, growing up. Someday I'm going to become a comedian. I don't know how I'm going to do this, because I grew up for most of my life as a farmer from the time I was 7 years old until I was 20. And then I got into doing retail. And that's where I got a lot of my comedy stuff from retail. And I guess it's my sense of humor, the way I talk, the way I do things, because
Mm.
they will say, Jerry, you got to become a comedian. You're funny as hell. You're hilarious. You got to do a comedy. Because the way I work, and I went to work in retail and pick on people about stupid things that they say. Like I did in the set earlier with the rant there.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I'm wearing a uniform that says Walmart, okay, and my name tag. And there's people like, excuse me, sir, do you work here? No, I wear this because this is my outfit for Halloween. And here we are in January. Hello, what's wrong with you people? Stupid questions. And this really irritates me.
Hmm.
So as I went along, I said, well, all right, I'll give it after my second failed marriage. It's all right. Let me give it a shot. And I've been doing it for 13 and a half years. So I'm pretty proud of myself for doing what I'm doing. So
Yeah.
I wish I had started earlier, but again, technology was so different back then. We were still using them cans with the old soup cans, and it had the string in there. And
Yeah.
hey, can you hear me over there, Charlie? That was our phones back in the day. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. So now we've all been doing Zoom for a while now since the pandemic. Do you think Zoom's a big help for us
I
as
would like
comedians?
to think so because I mean, I do. I think I've I've been keeping count of the mics I've done this year, and I'm
Yep.
over 350 mics this year.
Oh wow,
So
wow. I
I
didn't.
would like
Wow,
to
that's a
think
lot.
so. I would like to think so, but also I'm not getting spots, but there's not really there's some around here, but not really much.
Right. What's the comedy scene like in Louisiana?
Um, so where I'm at, there's not nothing. There's nothing. There was one guy running a monthly show, but he kicked me out. He said I can't come back to his monthly show. Plus, he doesn't do it anymore. Um,
Wow. Why'd he kick you out?
a long story,
Okay. All
but
right.
some drunk girl, and he didn't really like me or something. I don't know. And then if we drive 2 hours north, they got like two or three mics a week in Shreveport. And then if we go an hour and a half south, that's Lafayette. Lafayette's the big, like the major place, I would say.
Yeah.
And New Orleans, I guess. We've did a couple of open mics in New Orleans, but nothing else. Um,
Really?
but
Have you ever thought about going out and try to produce your own show at a club?
Uh, I'm not a really good host. Like, I don't have any energy type of thing. I
Gotcha.
don't,
I gotcha. That's
I
all
don't know.
right. No, there's a lot of people like that, you know. My first time I got kicked out of a club, out of a bar, because I didn't know it was a gay bar to begin with. I didn't know that. So where you do that a platform, they use the pool table for a platform to do stand up. They put like a plywood over the table, over
Hmm.
the pool table.
No,
And
I've
we let
done
to
that
stand up there
before.
tell jokes. Okay. This was on Valentine's Day. And on the right side of the room was women. And then on the left side of the room was all men. I'm thinking it's a pick a date night, you know. So that's what I thought in my mind, you know. And I used the word bitch too many times in my set. And apparently gay people fringe on that word bitch. I don't know why.
Huh.
It's like a cant or like calling someone a girl cunt, you know, excuse my language, but that's what. But if you live in the down south there where like kangaroos are hanging out there, you can use that word, you know.
Yep.
But anyway, so that night I did my set, I went home, and the MC guy called me up. He goes, Jerry, I gotta tell you, so I got some bad news for you. I said, what? Well, first of all, I'll tell you a really good set. You were funny as hell. I loved your set. Well, thank you. But you can't perform here no more. I go, what? He goes, yeah. He goes, did you know that you were in a gay bar? No, no, I didn't. And he's like, well, didn't you realize the rainbow over under the Bud Light sign? I said, as a matter of fact, yes, I did. I just thought it was like, this is the brightest beer in the bar, you know. I didn't know it meant for gay and lesbians. And he says, well, they like to use the word bitch too many times. Why, were they all bitching about it? I mean, no, I always had to come back about things. I always had to have the last word about something. And he said, that's a good one, Jerry. I love that one. I said, well, thank you, but you can't perform here no more. I said, you bastards. I'll be
Well, we
on a
got
bitching
we got
night.
less than a minute, so wrap
Okay.
it up.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up. All right. So, anybody, how can people find you, Jeremy Wagner? Where can they find you
Um, on Facebook, Jeremy Wagner comedian, or YouTube, Jeremy Wagner comedian. Yeah, that's pretty much the thing, the everywhere.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy, for your time. Thank you for letting me use your Zoom channel tonight. I really appreciate it. Sorry about the Facebook thing. So this is
Yeah.
it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much. Hope you have a great Sunday. And by the way, I always say this at the end of my segment, all my podcasts, we don't worry about yesterday. Okay, it was yesterday. Worry about today, the moment you're in now. And
Yeah.
don't worry about tomorrow because we are not promised tomorrow. But if you haven't seen tomorrow, make it the best damn day of your life. I love you all so much. Have a great day. Jeremy Wagner, thank you all. Take care. Make sure you send me the link for this podcast.
Yeah, for sure.